Isn't it funny how like one transfer clause being triggered can like really bother you? Where you're like, man, I didn't think about that, or I forgot about that, or do we need to change our entire system, despite the fact we've gotten to the Champions League and Europa League consistently with it? We don't have anybody that can play right wing. You know, Joel's not working out. Hello, my friends. Welcome in. That's literally how I feel right now. I did a silly thing. I went to the squad depth, and I'm like, oh, wait. It does look a little nervy, where you've got Colombani and Bond as the only two that can really play striker. Maximiliano can kind of play right wing. I love me some Maximiliano, so I'm not that worried about it. But then there's just Joel, and then you got Colombani and Serge on the left with Messina, who's an up-and-comer. But I'm like, you know, maybe in my head I'm just thinking, like, there should be more stars, just, like, in general. Less of this blank star stuff and more stars in general. But I guess that's the problem, right? Like, you have to balance. You can't have a 4-star sitting behind, you know, as a backup, right, on every position. But it's just like, So I just want to kind of fill you in on some players we're looking at. First off, we got Lothar Scharold, primarily because he's 19, relatively inexpensive. He does have a minimum fee release clause for clubs in the Champions League. We're not in that, so we don't have to worry about that. It says his estimated cost is, I would guess, probably 16 million anyway, because that's the fee for the Champions League clubs. He's right-footed. And he's more of an inverted winger than a forward. His finishing isn't great, but he's also 19. So he could, again, I'd love to have a left-footed, but, like, you know, those are pretty rare. So I'd love to have a left-footed right winger on inside forward. That'd be the dream, you know, give me a Mo Salah type player. But I think he's pretty darn good. Now, he's wanted already by VfL Bochum. He's wanted for loan. He is interested. He's very interested in loan. So we could, in a bind, just do a loan for like the second half of the season if I get the words out. But let's just buy him, because like then we just raise his profile and the price goes up, right? So he's one I'm looking at. And then we also have some scouts doing some work here. We got Zvonko, which is a great name. Alexic. Let me know. Doesn't matter until we sign or don't sign him. Either footed, fairly professional. I kind of prefer him a little bit. I don't understand, like, this is you have to trust your eyes and not the stars or the scout summary necessarily. Runs the ball often, comes all to get deep, so it doesn't have like some horrible flaw. Fairly selfish, can be wayward when crossing, might find it difficult to adapt. It says he's only 3 stars as a striker, and 2 stars, rising to 2.5 stars as a right winger, and then obviously pretty poor as a midfielder. But I kind of go, he's 25, so he's not going to like massively improve. So, but the bit of it is he's fairly professional and either-footed, so he could literally play anywhere up here that we wanted him to. Now, he doesn't necessarily know it, but I think he'd be a solid option. The bravery's not great, but everything else I kind of go like, he's pretty good. I don't understand why I mean, it's not 16s on dribbling and finishing, so maybe he's not up to the highest of standards, but he's on a 7.73. Now he's playing in, what is this, Saudi Arabia? No, Qatar. So, of course, he's like wrecking the league. And he's kind of been all over the place. He's an Inter, going back, an Inter player, picked him up from Serbia, from Red Star, and loaned him right back, where he continued to dominate and do pretty well. And then didn't do so well in 32 starts for Spal, but it's Spal. And then went to Venezia and did all right. And then they sold him for a teeny tiny profit of $1 million or so. So he's one. Emmanuel Villani at Spal is an option. I'm not sure how much they're going to want for him. He's 26. He's a perfectionist. He's a darn good striker. Well, okay, it doesn't have the comparison yet, but he's kind of it'd be like playing Alonso there, right? Like, he's right-footed, play him as an inside forward. He's quite good. Now, if he's actually 8 million, I doubt it, but like, I'd probably jump on him because he's Italian, and that would be good overall. And again, if we slide him over here, he can play, like, I like that he knows all 4, so he's an option. And then this, I have my eye on this kid. He broke his foot, which is a problem. But he's at Strasbourg. He's valued at 475. I'm not understanding this. I mean, he has a potential. Those are black stars you can't see because of the coloring. He does have the potential to, now it could just be 3-star, but he has no interest in us. We'll work on it. Why don't you have interest in us, bro? Why don't you like us, bro? Come on. We'll pay you more than 8.75K a week. But I think, again, for the future, I'm not saying he'd start or be an amazing inside forward, but like if you start him at 18 or 19 doing that, I mean, okay, but 3 months by the time his ankle was healed. Yeah. So we got some options cooking. You know, we do have Joel. It's just, he's not an inside forward. He's a winger, and I don't want to play. I want to play one inside forward, and we already got Surge on the winger. So it's not a deal, lads. We got absolutely gobsmacked, destroyed by Milan. Look at that, 5 goals in the first half. It was one of those things where like, what am I supposed to do? Make a triple sub in the whatever, the 33rd minute or the 43rd minute? It just kept coming. They scored in the 43rd, then the 45th, and then the 2nd minute of injury time. We're like, what just happened, boys? Unfortunate. It was ugly. And like it wasn't like I massively changed who was playing either. Like this was pretty much our starting 11. It's great. Maybe it was that Bergen hadn't played in 3 games. He's like, whoa. Then we came back against Lecce and smashed him 3-0. Rene Gall getting, I think, his first goal of the season. Colombani and Gabriel Bon putting another one in the back of the net. So today, my friends, we need to draw. That's all we need to do. We just need to draw. Draw, and we win the group. All that, if that, also, yeah, game, man, it was those 6 minutes. Even if we'd only just conceded 2, we'd be safe right now. But we're not. So, is it also wrong? Like, he's definitely leaving. They've already upped our transfer budget to 70 million. Now, the money hasn't come in yet because he hasn't actually, whatever. Transfer budget's there. Is it wrong if he's leaving on January 4th that, like, I'm like, he's playing in every single game. Like, let's go. Now that's only 3 more, but like, we're gonna wear him out. Let me just check the squad one. Yeah, Bond, Maximiliano, Locke, Viviani, Andreasen, Renego. Yes. Rene. Come on, Rene. Look at that. I mean, I know it was a 7.7 because of like the one game, but pretty excited about him. Pretty excited, my friends. Pick up where you left off. No one cares. Maybe I should have gone with if we can get a point, we're safe, Let's start well. Let's find out. He's a Swiss Army knife, as always. They gotta love that they're getting free advertising in Football Manager and on my channel. We're not doing extended highlights. I rambled on enough about the transfers and scouting and all that kind of stuff. We'll just do a regular old game. And we will... league table. We'll concede early. We got him right where we want him, boys. Overconfident. Grandi. Can't find him, but Colombani. Oh! He's offside. Was he offside? You don't want to stumble into the next round, right? Like, we started so strong. And... oh, I don't know. I think they're pretty even there, my friends. We're at home. We can't lose this at home, boys. Come on. Oh, I'm so nervous about this. And I haven't looked at the sorting rules. I don't know if it has something to do with the other game that we played against them or the goal scored or whatever, but you might be going, you know what, we should probably... Hold on. Let's... Good old sorting rules. Is there even a reason for me to show you this game? Results between teams. Team records against other teams on the same points will be sorted by the rules. Okay, so I honestly can't remember what we beat them 3-2. Okay, so if they beat us, right? So the records would be the same. That's how I look at it, right? If they beat 1-0, 3-2, now we're even. Then it comes down to goal difference, goal scored, away goal scored. Well, we have a significantly higher goal difference now, but if they beat us like by a lot, does that change the, like if it's like 5-0, does this game matter? I don't know. You probably left me a comment and I'm already recording before I've seen it, but either way, we want to finish. Herbing Lozano, how you doing? We want to finish strong. We want to win the group. We want to get the money for a win. We're gonna have to buy a striker / right winger / both. Another prospect for the future. Alonso, smash it. Millions of dollars. No. They're like, no, it's already in the transfer budget. A little onesie-twosie. They're playing a goalkeeper that's not Matt Sharp. Have they realized that it doesn't matter? Is that what happened? Who's this guy? Why is he playing? What is happening? Where is your goalkeeper? He's not injured. Is that an indicator that this game doesn't matter? This would be much easier if this was a stream. If only I had the time to stream consistently. But have they realized that even if they beat us, we got the better goal difference, and so they just played their backup keeper? Is that what happened? Like, they'd have to beat us, like, whatever. What? They're at -2. We were at 9. Now, maybe it's changed now. Oh, there it is. So is that 11? So they would have had to beat us by 6? I don't know. I'm going to stop talking. Alonso picks up another goal. Let's just move on. 8.5 on Angelini. That must have been quite the shot to go straight to an 8.8. He's having a monster game. I'd love to get Renee in, and maybe Andreasen save one of our center backs. Oh, what a tackle. It kind of worked, but oh dear. And then we just let him run on by. Off you go. Enjoy your jog into our defensive third. Look, my lights just flickered. That's all right. We just need a draw. Literally, we just need a draw. Now, we'd like to be ahead going into the half, you know. We'd definitely like to not be behind going into the half. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. They're playing this system called a 4-4-2. What is this? Surge? So he's going to blast it wide. Oh, he tried to right foot it. Don't see that on a Surge a lot now, do you? I sure don't. And I see it more than you do. Yeah, it's disappointing. Hey. Go out there and do it, mate. Maybe so. You're the one that could be the difference maker for us. Coming at that ball-playing defensive center back on cover. Surge. With the salmon-like. He's just trying to up his goal bonus. We got rid of the clean sheet bonuses, so that's good. Saving a couple buckaroos. It's 3-2. Can we get another one to seal the deal? Ken Loose. Not what he's just kind of there. That's not what you want to see out of a guy that you're paying not loads of money, but you know, he's got all acres of potential. Angelini will not be denied until their backup goalkeeper says so. Literally. Colomani? Colomani? Grande. Oh, there goes the ball. Okay. Giroud. Doink. Doink. Negative 13 goal differential. That is a pretty rough run. Now, to be fair, again, we don't have the Sparta Prague League loaded, so that is probably putting them at a significant disadvantage. But still. Away! There you go, Ken Luce. That's a tenth of a point on your rating. Paul Colmani. Can he cut inside? Oh, he just unselfishly gives it up. Oh, keeper. Oh, Serge almost finished the job. Almost finished the job, people. And then he was that a throw? I missed it because I was looking over at my other screen. Was that a throw? That's a heck of a throw if it was a throw. Serge! Oh, it's off the ball. Goodness me. It's a wild and crazy time here for Reggio Audace. Colombani plays it into space. Serge coming central. They've swapped. Arturo Alonso, 16th goal of the season. Gets another goal bonus, costing us the money. Has that done it, my friends? 4-2. He says, and they immediately come back to get a set piece with a wide open goal because what is Berggren doing? 22nd goal of the season? 20? Okay, wait. Wait a minute. What is... I can't remember all the leagues. Okay, they're at towards the end of the season. That's what I thought. I was like, wait a minute. What is happening? That is nutty. All right, Grande's on a 6.7, which isn't all that bad, but we'll bring on Rene. And that'll be our move for right now. We're going to demand more. Come on, stop immediately conceding, people. Although you could argue we're making an exciting one for the fans. We're growing our fan base. They're going to show the highlights all over the news, all over Europe, right? Like, oh, this crazy game. It was 4-3. And someone's going to be leaving a helmet like, yeah, but it didn't matter because they technically couldn't have gone through anyway. Well, it doesn't matter. It was an exciting game. Serge plays it back to Angelini. Oh, I thought he was going to go left. He gets it to Alonso, who slots it home. 5-3. At least this isn't boring, is what I look at it like. Even if I'm wrong and this game doesn't matter, then cheers. That was an interesting little hop he did to punch that out. Let's take you off and bring on Andreasen, because you also play a central midfielder on defend. And then, my friends, and then we're going to take him off because he's quite good and important. Locke, how you doing? You want to play Advanced Playmaker? Come on down, son. I still want to see a good performance, boys. We don't get to do this a lot. Let's praise. There you... Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, he's exhausted and not Matt Sharp. Here comes a wonder goal. Tyson Gov. Oh, dear. Offside. 4 clear-cut chances to and 5 half chances to 0 clear-cut chances and 1 half chance. It is 5-3. Hello. Okay, he was off. It's fine. We're gonna dare we close it? We're gonna close it. Yeah, Prague is not winning that one. It's now negative 14 goal differential. They're getting absolutely smashed, whatever the score is. It could even be like 2 or 3-0 because the other games went so poorly, but they're definitely not winning. So Osijek is safe. Copenhagen is not gonna make it. Oh, it's a penalty. Well, lads. Let's make it 6-3. Give another goal bonus. Like, this would be something where if I was really, really tight on money, I'd go and put, like, somebody bad at penalties as a penalty taker. Goal bonus. Put a center back. He didn't have a goal bonus. Or it's a free kick. All that for nothing. Alonso with a hat trick. Finishing his Europa League campaign with a strong. A farewell. Maybe I should have subbed him to give him the clappy clap. Because he just scored his 4th goal. He's really trying to get... maybe I'd have to go look at his contract. He must have some crazy bonus at 20 goals. I was like... Because remember when he signed it was like... If you score 6 goals, we'll give you 80 million euros. Or something like that. So he's trying to pump it up. But we should have subbed him off to give him this from the crowd. Like, hey, I love you. Thank you for rescuing me from my last club so I could bounce out of your club for a profit. It's fine. It's fine. A thoroughly professional job. Look at the gaining confidence. Only to be crushed when we play Atalanta, who are in 5th. And then Parma, 18th. We accepted a friendly from Sampdoria because they offered us 140 grand. So, like, sure, that's totally fine. It's right in the middle of the of the winter break. That'll be fine. Next time you see us, my friends, Salernitana, like I predicted. Currently in 14th. I think that's a good time for John Short to make a comeback. They blow their qualification chances. Oh, yes. An extra mil for finishing first. And we gave it all to Alonso because of his goal bonuses. Let's take a look. What is it? Oh, dear. We've already given him $1 million for reaching 15. Or is that only in the league? Oh, that might only be in the league. But he's trying to pump it up. He's trying to pump it up. Oh, and he got a goal, but it's 40 grand. So we gave him 160 grand for that game. That's good. It's good. It's great. And an extra 282K for the unallocated match prize money. Oh, actually, let's take a look. I always forget when the draw is. You know what? It'd be easier probably if I just did some of this, and then I did some of this, and then we clicked that, and we said, when's the draw? You're here. Let's go forward 4 days and do that. Even though it probably means I have to play a game. Yes, it does, because I love you. Okay, youth intake preview. I'm still waiting for... Wait. Yes, I have inquired about the German player. But shouldn't we have had the draw? Did I misread the draw? Is it really January? What? Do we go straight to the... We go straight to the second round. Helps to scroll down to read a little bit further. I was like, oh my gosh, is the game bugged? Of course it's not bugged. Right. Well, that's handy. That's handy. So the second knockout round is in March, and the draw is on February 28th. Well, that's kind of anticlimactic. Okay, let's look at the intake preview. Ignore that out. Ignore all that part. Healthy number of new fullbacks. Yay. Lots of wingers. Doesn't say anything how good they are. One of our defensive midfielders has the potential to go far. One good young Italian defensive midfielder from Reggio Emilia, which is home, has caught the eye. We should be really optimistic about this group of young players. No new wingbacks, so there are more fullbacks than wingbacks. The fullbacks coming up are not the best. We have a healthy number of new fullbacks that are not the best, is how I'm reading that. Great. Wide midfielders does not look to be great prospects. Most of our attacking midfielders coming through look to be below the required standard. There are a few good wingers in general. Why is that a negative? Why? There are a lot of wingers, and there are a few good wingers in general. So, like, some of them aren't good, but some of them are. So, okay. Most of the new strikers look like they'll fall short of the required standard. Okay. Okay, you want $21.5 million for a guy. Come on. I'm going to have to think about that, my friends. And the percentage of next sale. Come on, Schalke. Come on. He wants to move here. He wants to move here. Give me a freaking break. Again, I'm not saying he's the bee's knees, but he would be an option at 19 that I feel like we could mold. Now, I don't want to spend... Right, we got, whatever, we're netting 35, 36 from the Alonso deal. Maybe more like 30 with all the add-ons and all that kind of stuff we paid him. I don't want to go around, immediately spend 21.5. I'd like to get a deal, which is probably the problem. We've finished scouting this guy. Again, well, we're not finished. He's at 87%. But more of like a temporary Band-Aid is how I look at him. Does he have any? No, we can't see that yet. Of course not. He's an option, I would say. Now, his crossing is terrible, but everything else is... he's just decent is the problem. He's just decent. He's got 20 goals and 42 appearances. It's not bad. Not bad. Not interested. Not interested. I do have one other thing to show you, so don't click off just yet, okay? Oh, I like the value. Oh, he's left-footed. Could we train him up as a right winger? He's on the short list, folks. That's not what I was going to show you. What else was I going to show you? Hold on. Okay, we got this guy with the broken foot. That'd be a next season situation. Oh, there was one other. What was the guy's name? It's like sometimes you don't agree with. Okay, please, right. You don't agree with the scouts. He must have been pretty far down. He's Italian. There's another Ivorian I was looking at. I was like, oh, hello, but he's not of the required standard. This is Longo that we cut. We could bring him back. Wait, no, is that our Longo? Yes, it is. Oh, hold on. There you go. Helps if you look at it from nationality. Emmanuel Villani is a 56. Moves into channels, shoots from distance. He's got 13 long shots, 12 finishing. Moves ball to right foot before dribble attempt because he's more right-footed. He's a perfectionist, which is probably not great. He's got 5 goals and 4 assists and 17 starts in Serie B. He's 26, so he's not like an up-and-comer. He's more of a Band-Aid, I think. But I kind of like him. For $6 million. Now, do I like him? He's, you know, maybe it's that I'm used to seeing yellow and not the green, and we should be looking for players with like green. Like, well, he doesn't have like 16 passing, but this guy's 19. He's got 7 years to catch up, right? I'm leaning towards this guy, but I don't want to just. I mean, if we spent $21.5 million, that would leave us $49 million in the bank, right? Like, I shouldn't freak out about that, but I just go like, I was looking for a bargain, you know? I always like a bargain. And that's we're paying a lot for potential, I think. But the good news is with him, he does have potential on the right wing, according to our scouts. And we do have some good scouts. So it's like he could kind of do either job, kind of like Arturo. And theoretically, he's got as much potential in the right wing and more potential as a striker than Arturo. So we might pull the trigger. I was trying to find the Italian guy to show you that. This guy, Villani. Maybe he's just okay. But there's quite the difference in cost, isn't there? I will have decided by the time you see the next episode. So I guess you can leave your thoughts in the comments, but it's not going to do us much good, I don't think. He is the highest rated striker, left winger, right winger prospect in the search that we've had here. There was one other thing I was going to show you, and this could play into consideration in the future. I'll leave you with that, my friends. I'll leave you that. Except he's going to want to leave immediately, so that's fantastic. Hit the like button. We'll see you next time. Coppa Italia, John Short, let's go.